Hi everyone, Don McGee here, your neighborhood-friendly realtor from beautiful Nova Scotia. Today I want to dive into the July housing market and unpack some interesting trends and talk about consumer sentiment and of course the ever-present issue of high housing prices. Before I jump right into the data for July, I want to talk a bit about the recent rate cut by the Bank of Canada. While the Bank of Canada's recent rate cut did provide some relief, it hasn't quite sparked the buying frenzy many expected. Let's face it, consumer confidence is at an all-time low. A recent poll by Leger 360 shows a concerning trend. 62 to 66% polled since January 2023 are feeling poor to very poor about the Canadian economy. It's no surprise then that only 17% of those polled believe their household finances will improve anytime soon. 36% of mortgage holders and 70% of renters polled state that they have had an increase in housing costs this past July. The first option to make those ends meet was for those pollsters to pull back on essential spending. But the second and third options were to not put away savings or take from the savings. Now let's talk about housing starts or new construction. They are down 9% from May to June according to CMHC. So from the inability to save to 29% of those folks polled having job insecurities, it's no wonder that a substantial sector of potential buyers have put the thoughts of home buying on the back burner, particularly in Ontario and BC. Now these provinces do drag down the national average just because of their sheer volume, but it's a different story in Montreal. The Quebec government ended up matching the federal money for the housing accelerator. Now Montreal is seeing a 23% increase in housing starts. Talking about new home construction, ever wonder where all those taxes and fees go on new home construction? Shockingly, these taxes and fees can account for roughly 30% of the total cost of a new house. David Wilkie of the Building and Land Development Association says that housing starts are down 50% due to the inaffordability of new home construction. A new group called Coalition Against New Home Taxes, CANT, in Ontario breaks it down for you on their website as to what levels of government get what percentage of these taxes. So this group of 18 Ontario developers are taking it to the multiple levels of government to pressure them to reduce new housing taxes and development fees so they can offer housing at an affordable price for consumers. So consider on a $600,000 new build, potentially $180,000 of that cost are fees and taxes. So let's talk about the overpricing dilemma. This is what I'm seeing as the biggest frustration of the market today. High home prices and unrealistic pricing expectation. But during the COVID years, we did see some crazy over list price sales, and that really got the sellers and realtors excited. Now in 2023 and the beginning of 2024, we did see slower home sales, but again, that was due to lack of inventory combined with high interest rates and high home prices. Now, the high home pricing was still being influenced by agents using market evaluation data from the previous 6 months when it was busier in 2022. But then the buyers dried up. We have a saying in real estate, you have to list to last. So with the slow market, you tend to see agents going with the seller's desired listing price in order to secure the listing. That added to homes sitting on the market longer, and then that increasing the market inventory. Now I know this increase to inventory was because of higher priced homes because there wasn't a dramatic increase to new listings. It was the actual housing sitting on the market longer that increased inventory. So then what we're seeing are homes coming on the market at a higher than market value price, and then within a short time having price reductions or maybe multiple price reductions until it gets to that market value point. And then at that point, we may see competing offers. So it's really important to review the comparative market analysis that a realtor does for you as part of their listing presentation. See if you support their research of previous homes sold and how they compare them to yours. And definitely don't let on what you think your home's worth or what you want to get out of your home sale because that may influence what properties they pull as comparables. The July real estate market has been a real mixed bag, and contrary to what we usually see of a summer slowdown in July and August, we've seen a number of records in different data sets across various regions of Nova Scotia. Contrary to the lowering home sale prices in other provinces, some of our regions here in Nova Scotia are experiencing all-time highs. That just goes to highlight the importance of having a realtor come assess your property specifically on its location and condition and property specifics before you make any real estate decisions. So the underlying consumer anxieties and the overpricing of homes are creating a real complex real estate landscape here in Nova Scotia. So while many expect the Bank of Canada's rate reductions to play a major role in the housing market, overall it is far from a simple solution. Now, do not hesitate to reach out if you have questions about your property or moving to Nova Scotia. Contact me because I love talking real estate.